Hello, everyone. It's Ashley with Amare, owner and founder of Amare Healing Arts, Plastic Surgery Recovery Center, and Holistic Clinic, specializing in manual lymphatic drainage. We have 2 locations in New Jersey, Highland Park and Elizabeth, and I also offer virtual consults. If you're not in New Jersey but still need help with your recovery, you can give the office a call at 732-841-0142 to set up your sessions. We have our post-op shop where we offer post-op supplies like Lipo foams and BBL pillows, and I teach you guys how to use those products with the videos that we have on our product page. That's amarepostopshop.com. We also have our online courses where I teach you guys what massages you would need after plastic surgery, when to get your massages, who to get them from, what the lymphatic system is, what lymphatic massages actually are, and all the research that you would need on your post-op massages and finding a lymphatic therapist. All of these links are in our bio as well as in the description boxes, so you guys can go and check that out. I will see you guys soon. Ashley with Amare. Bye. Hello everyone, Ashley with Amare. So, today we're actually going to talk about the detergent for washing your garment and foams. So, I know I told you that our garment line, the last time I did a detergent video, was coming out this year. It still is, but it's going to be sometime probably later in the year, closer towards next year, because we are actually designing the fabrics from scratch for like medical grade post-op purposes. So that's a little bit on that because you guys keep asking me. Today we're going to talk about the detergent. So in our online shop, in our offices, everywhere for the last year and a half, we've been using the Variance powder detergent, the granulated detergent. We have recently switched to the liquid. Same formula, same exact thing, just liquid. And I want to do a refresher video on why you guys need this. So we found that with the granular detergent of this, first of all, this has more in it. And it's the same price. Second of all, with the granular detergent, when you are trying to hand wash it, it does get sudsy, but it kind of makes a mess. And then shipping it in the online shop, sometimes they weren't sealed properly and it's granular, so it would go everywhere. This is a lot easier to deal with. I'm going to teach you guys how to use this. I personally love this stuff. I use it for my bedding, for my curtains, for my dog stuff, for the stuff that my cat sleeps on, for my clothes, for everything. Why? Because I hate chemicals. I am very, very sensitive. I cannot do chemicals. So this stuff is chemical free. All the ingredients are listed on the shop page of our online shop, so you can check it out. But why this detergent? Why not Tide, Gain, All, Woolite, store-bought stuff, right? First of all, we are in medical grade compression garments, or should be. I know you guys are in Faja land over there with all your different Fajas, which is just a girdle and not a medical grade compression, which makes this even more important, and I'll explain why in a second. But you're in a compression garment, right? And you have foams in, and you may have a board in, or sponge, or whatever you're using. That stuff is on your skin 24/7, and you guys are heating up in your garment. Whatever you're washing it with is going to get distributed onto your skin. Here's where garment burn comes in. Here's where cellulitis comes in. Here's where infections happen. Here's where rashes break out. So first of all, Tide, Gain, All, Woolite, yes, they do have the free and clear version of it, but there are still a lot of chemicals in there. Yes, they do have the disinfectant version of it, but it's not medical grade disinfectant, and it doesn't really clean the garments through and through. But the biggest problem that we had with them, your foams and your garment were dried out like crazy. Your foams are literally crumbling to dust because of your detergent. And again, it's not cleaning it all the way through. And your garment is getting dry and starchy and rubbing and causing friction against your skin, contributing to garment burn, contributing to the post-op itch, contributing to your skin flaking and peeling off, as well as the soap that you're using. That causes a lot of skin irritation too. And I do have a video on the Amare recommended soap that is on our YouTube. It is on our Instagram. If you guys are listening on Spotify, please check that out. But this stuff. So on this packing, it literally says, for lymphedema and compression garments, to clean them specifically. This stuff is garment detergent. So whether you're wearing a Faja or you're in the Amare garment, this stuff is literally made to disinfect compression garments, which means that it gets all the way into the power net, all the way in through the fabric, and disinfects and cleans everything. So it's not just like Tide, Woolite, Gain, All, even the free and clear stuff or the baby detergent, where it's not strong enough to clean completely through and through, number one. Number two, If it's getting in there, it's depositing the chemicals and the fragrance and deteriorating the material of your garment, making it dry and starchy and itchy. And number 3, this stuff is recommended by surgeons. This is something that the reason I found this is years and years and years and years ago. And you guys know, before I put any product out, it takes me like 6 months to test on my stuff myself. If I'm not using it, there's no way in hell I'm letting you guys use it post-op. Number 1. Number 2, I deep dive on all the ingredients to make sure that, they're safe. This is hypoallergenic. Number 1. Number 2, it says on here, doctors recommended. It's good for high efficiency washing machines, so we're safe on that. You can also use it for hand washing. But the biggest part of this that I love is that it treats the fabric of your garment. So your garment is made of, I don't know about your garment, whatever you're using, but ours is a very specific material. It's not just like, some random like spandexy material. It shouldn't be. Ours has 2 different layers of fabric, and this helps treat it every time you wash it to keep that fabric like new, to coat that material and clean it through and through to make sure that it's working for you. So think about this. When you guys have flaky skin, right? And it's like everywhere, those little particles of flaky skin are getting into the fabric of your garment. This stuff is meant to disinfect and get that out, whereas the store-bought stuff definitely is not. So that is my biggest thing with this. You guys need to be disinfecting properly. If you have blood all over your garment and you wash it in Tide or something, yeah, it's going to get the blood out, but how do we know if it's actually disinfected and clean? You don't. So with this stuff, you absolutely do, because that's literally what it's made for. It's designed for lymphedema garments, people that have to be in a garment 24/7 their entire life. That's what this is made for, to make sure that it's always clean and always works and has the same consistency. So this is safe to use on your foams and your garment. Now, the thing with the foams, our foams, our polyurethane foams, the Amare brand Lipo foams, are a very specific material, and they should stay feeling the same way all the time. They're going to absorb whatever color they come into contact with. So the color of your garment, if you're using the post-op cream from us, the colors from the herbs in that, it's going to absorb tons of colors, and it's going to look like a hot mess, and it's going to look stained. That we don't care about. With this, we make sure it's clean completely through and through and soft and keeps that same material consistency, and making sure it's clean, not just what you can see, but actually clean. So I love this stuff. Now, how do we use it? So there are instructions on here for hand washing as well as machine washing. And I'm going to show you guys a little hack with this, which I love. When you go to put in your washing machine, you would normally like fill up your dispenser the way that you normally would. Or if you are hand washing, turn the water on first, like pouring into the bucket or whatever you're hand washing in, right? Turn the water on first, and as the water's flowing, pour this in. It'll suds up really, really, really nice and get nice and bubbly, and then you can dunk your garment in it, dunk your foams in it, and hand wash it that way. Drying your garments and foams, hang dry, air dry, or in the dryer on cold air only and delicate only. And I am only speaking about the Amare products. This is not for things that I don't know where they came from or what they're made out of, but ours are completely machine washable. So with this, for high efficiency dry washers, you're using a 1/4 cup. For regular, you're using a 1/4 cup. For high efficiency, you're using less. You're using an 1/8 cup. Nobody's going to sit there with a measuring cup and pour this out. I mean, you might, but that's kind of annoying. So for a traditional washer, you're using 9 capfuls. Literally just unscrew the cap, break the little seal, 9 capfuls. That's how much you need. That's it. Or, like I said, however you normally fill it up in your washing machine. That's like my go-to thing, is I'm just like over here pouring capfuls. And then it tells you hand washing on here too. Add 1 tablespoon into a basin of cold water and lightly agitate. Rinse twice, gently squeeze the water out, towel dry, remove excess moisture, lay flat to dry. Or like I said, with our products, you can put them on cold, air dry. It might take 2 cycles of air dry, gentle fluff, cold air only in the dryer. So again, this stuff does not have all of those chemicals in it. It is safe post-surgery. It says on here, surgeon and doctor recommended, says right on the label, made for like lymphatic compression garments, post-op garments, all of that stuff. Also, right here on the label, this stuff is designed to clean and completely disinfect through and through your garments. And that is super important. So when you're talking about having open wounds, you would not put Tide on an open wound. And now I know you guys are like, oh, that's ridiculous. I'm not doing that. Yeah, but your foams are sitting against your scabs and sitting against your wounds and sitting against your skin, and your garment is sitting on your skin 24/7. And when you move and you heat up in that garment and your body starts like getting hot, all of your pores are open and it's absorbing whatever's around you. And that garment with that Tide Woolite Gain and all is around you 24/7. Your garment, like I said, will also get very starchy and dried out, and the material won't be as soft and flexible anymore as a garment should be. Now, again, I'm only talking about the Amare garments. I cannot speak for anybody else's garment out there, but I can tell you, if you're going to hand wash your garment, whatever garment it may be, this stuff is safe for whatever garment you're using. You can hand wash it. Follow your garment provider's washing instructions and use this stuff, because it'll keep the material of your garment healthy and clean and disinfected. Even if it's not the soft Amare garment that works, whatever garment you're using, use this stuff. It will help make sure you're disinfected when you bleed on everything. It'll help keep it disinfected and clean when you have open incisions or healing incisions, and it will protect you from that starchiness and dryness that causes garment burn from the friction in your garment. Now, caveat to that, if your garment doesn't fit right, it's going to cause garment burn, regardless of what detergent you use. So this is not like, oh, I'm going to use this and never get garment burn. No, 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 no. You may still get it because of the cut of your garment causing friction rubbing against you. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is this stuff helps prevent it because it keeps the garment material soft for our garments, like I said. And again, you can wash our garments as frequently as you need to, as many times as you need to, as daily, or generally I say 3 to 5 days. If you're not leaking, if you're not flaking, if you're clean, if you're wearing underwear under your garment, every like 3 to 5 days is when you can be washing it. But with this stuff, you can wash it as much as you want, and it saves you time because, again, it's washing machine safe, and our garments are washing machine safe. So with us, you pop it in the wash before you go to shower, cold water only, and then delicate as you can do it. Throw your garment and foams in there, add your little bit of detergent in there when you get out of the shower before you use your trifecta. If you don't know what that is, go back and watch the videos on the soap and the wound care and the post-op cream with arnica in it. When you go to do that, just switch it into the dryer, cold air only, delicate cycle only, or air dry, fluff, whatever you have settings, but the most cold and the most delicate for drying. Let it go through a cycle. Once you're done, it should be dry. If not, pop it in again and just, wait a little bit. But that saves you some downtime rather than having to hand wash and then wait for it to dry. But again, you can hand wash with this stuff. Other thing, last little point that I really, really, really love about this, soaking your garment in this. If you need to get blood out and stuff like that, you can leave this and soak it and it'll work. And I mean, obviously you're going to have to scrub, but like use a lot of detergent, really get it in there and make sure it's clean, and then dry it and you're good to go. So this stuff is for that reason. It's completely unscented. There's no fragrance to it at all. There's no perfumes. There's no chemicals in it that are like extra, smelly stuff. All of the ingredients and the things that are listed that like aren't in it, that usually are in all your detergents that you're using on your garments, all of that is on the Post-Op Shop website. And it's all listed in the description. And then those washing instructions that I just gave you are written out in there as well. And this video is on the product page. So we love this stuff. And this bottle should last you your whole recovery. And I mean, unless you're really, really washing it like every single day for 6 to 8 weeks, you may run through this. But if you're washing it, every 3 to 5 days as needed, whatever that as needed may be, one of these should last you your whole recovery. There's a lot in here. This is 16 ounces, I believe, of detergent. And like I said, for high efficiency, you don't have to use as much, and most washers and dryers nowadays are high efficiency. Or even if you're hand washing, you don't have to use that much. It's a tablespoon for hand washing. So even if you were washing it every day, you will have this your whole recovery. So this is $18. It is on our Post-Op Shop. Link is in the bio. If you guys are listening on Spotify, link is in the bio. I will put the link to this in the show notes as well. And I love this stuff. This stuff is amazing. This stuff is fantastic. I use it on everything. I have people that after their surgery is done, they still continue to buy this because it's awesome and it cleans and it works. If you've ever washed something that's really, really smelly, like, I don't know, like gym socks or like my dog's blanket, where it just like smells so deep into the fabric, and you wash it with like a Tide Pod, And then you realize, like, once you go through the drying cycle of it, you're like, I still have that, like, underneath smell of yuck. Or even with your garments, if you wash them and then you put them on and your body heats up and you're like, oh, why is this like this? Like, this smells funky. This stuff gets that out. Like, immediately cleans all the way through. You don't have to worry about that, especially your foams. That happens a lot with the foams that you guys have on because it's absorbing all the moisture on your skin. And then you wash it in Tide or Woolite and it still kind of has like that inner funk smell in the foam. And then when you wear it and you heat up, that comes out and you're like, what is this? I know a lot of times you guys have accidents. You urinate on your garment at night because you can't feel anything, you're numb, or you just couldn't get to the bathroom. This stuff, super, super awesome for that. So awesome for that. That's like the biggest comment that I've gotten is like trying to pee with a garment is hell sometimes. Or if you just couldn't make it to the bathroom and you leak or whatever, this stuff, no smell, right out, completely clean, and you can wash it every day with this stuff. So this is what makes our garments machine washable safe. This is what makes our foams machine washable safe. And this is what makes us not have to get you two of the same size garment. So you're saving money because you're able to wash it all the time using this detergent. So that's a little bit about our detergent. Check it out, online shop. If you need a virtual because you're now digging into this whole world and you're like, oh my God, there's a lot I don't know. Give our office a call, 732-841-0142, and Alex can help you get set up with a virtual with me, and I can teach you how to use all this stuff, when to use it, why to use it, proper ways to use it, even though, this video tells you a little bit about it. I can go into more depth for you specifically. Okay, this is when, this is how, this is, the whole setup. So give our office a call, and I will talk to you guys soon. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.